Welcome everybody to the 75th episode of the SHS Supercast. I'm your host, Nick Maida. To my immediate, this is left. This is my fiance, Ace Stewart. To her left is Ike Lewis, who I brushed on the arm there. And to my right is Mike Chapman.
Hey guys, how's it going?
So, this is our live.
Wow.
We have about as many people as I expected to be here. We have two people who have never been part of the show before, and welcome guys. It's good to see you. Everyone. Was your name John?
Yeah.
Okay, John, who ran the Archie podcast, I'm sorry, panel. So, welcome. And I didn't get your name last time.
Patrick.
Patrick, are you running one of the tables in the?
Yeah. Well, my dad is.
What's your table?
Fighting Board Comics.
Are you guys doing that? You guys have those Black Lineman figures?
No.
Was that the one next to you guys?
I think it's the one next to him.
Okay, all right.
Regardless.
Regardless.
Visuals on a podcast.
I'm bringing everyone in here because we have literally 6 people in our audience.
Don't say that out loud.
We have a video.
Yeah, they can't see them, sure.
We also have Adam, Alex. You guys have both been on the show before, so welcome.
Ooh.
Kevin, who's been on the show with his interesting job. And my grandma's with us.
Yay!
Hey, Grandma.
Let's say all the swears.
Okay, so what we do, to the people who don't know, we run a weekly podcast about nonsense. It is silly stuff. It's supposed to be about a comic book we do. It's rarely about a comic book we do. We just released SHS 0, which Ace and I worked a lot on. We're going to get into that a little bit later. And for now, you guys want to introduce yourselves? What do you guys do for fun and
Okay.
living and stuff?
Well, I run, well, it started as a blog, but I'll plug the blog. It's a blog called Something to Read While You Poop. And it's about randomness, and it's not very long. You're supposed to be able to poop, finish, and also be done with my article by the time you're all done. Branched off from that, I do this podcast, obviously. I also am starting up a YouTube channel, which is called While You Poop Entertainment. So,
Wipe.
yes, white. So I generally laugh at farts and broadcast it on the internet.
There we go. Mike Chapman.
Yeah, I don't do any of that kind of stuff. I join in on the podcast every so often when I can.
You can.
Yeah, when I can.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mike Chapman.
Oh, I don't have a drink. We can't play Here's the Scoop.
I know. I was going to ask you that when we got in here.
Can I go to the bar real quick?
Yeah.
I like how you said, yeah.
You don't get here for doing this. Ace, what do you do?
I draw things, iterate things, and I help you with your comic.
Yes, and we just got done with that. What did you guys think of the book we put together?
I like it. It's really.
It's a nifty book.
Thanks, guys. That was real sweet of you. There's no words in it.
Yeah, you
There's a
avoided,
couple words in it.
There's
First
some
at the
words.
very end.
you avoided a lot of grammatical errors by not having any words in your comic.
We're actually going to get into that. We launched this series 3 years ago, actually, and that was a nightmare.
Well, it was a slightly different iteration of it.
Yeah, so I want to give you guys like kind of a layout of what we're doing with that book and how insane it's been getting here. I've been working on SHS since high school, basically, and all that started off with, hey, I'm going to put a cape on myself, call myself Super Maida, and put all of my friends together in this horribly drawn book. And we kept doing it, and people kept finding it funny. So I kept making them. And a few years later, we suddenly had a storyline and character development and all this stuff that we wanted to work with. So come 2011, we're like, all right, let's take this seriously. Let's color out a book, put it out there in the world, and I hated it. It kind of dawned on me, like trying to take myself and put it into a superhero quasi-dramatic scenario was very ridiculous and kind of egotistical. So we nixed that idea. 3 years later, we reworked the characters, and we came out with SHS 0, which is going to be a 6-part story, each focusing on a different theme and a different character. Because our story and our universe is based around, you guys know the color wheel from art, the red and green, all the complementary colors and stuff like that. The way it works is if you have a superpower, you fall in one of these 6 categories. Green being life, red being death, yellow being body, purple being mind, blue magic, orange science. And it's a fun game to play. Take any known superhero and try to play with that. Spider-Man's an orange, Hulk's kind of an orange, yellow, stuff like that. So that's how we categorize our multicolored thing. Obviously, I was a fan of Ninja Turtles and Power Rangers growing up. So,
No way.
I don't remember. Shut up, Alex.
Hey, check YouTube later for the turtle panel.
Yes,
That was exciting.
later on that. We also have a lot of fun villains, one of which is coming up right behind us right now. Guys, you want to welcome Mike Curry to the stage. Woo!
What sort of a stage?
Kind of a stage. Mike Curry is also, as far as everyone on here, actually, you've been with me the longest as far as the conceptualization of this book and everything. And you want to share your thoughts on the Curry?
I can't really talk.
Mike Curry, ladies and gentlemen. So he's currently dressed like one of our villains, Omniscient. You want to give a quick rundown of what Omniscient is?
Let him catch his breath.
Yeah, he is pretty much a hero killer for hire in the comic. He doesn't really have any superpowers, and he pretty much just goes to the highest bidder and knows how to pretty much always kill superheroes.
Why does he have the name Omniscient?
Because he's all-knowing. He's pretty well balanced when it comes to anything. He's always extremely prepared for every battle that he comes into, and he just always knows every weak point to the heroes that he goes up against.
Yeah, and that's the freaky thing about him. It's like Batman, even though if Batman didn't have time to prepare, but he still could do everything forever, that's kind of what he does. Like, you have specific weapons to fight specific powers, even though, technically, Omniscient shouldn't have any idea what he's going up against, so he's a lot of fun to draw, and you'll be seeing him fairly soon. Yeah, where should we go from there?
Why don't you tell them what, because this was the Green Chapter 0, so tell them a little bit about what to expect, because we're not always going to do this no dialogue.
No, God no. The reason we went no dialogue was there was no need for it. I wanted to tell the story through the doodle pictures, and long story short, it's about this little character we have living alone on his island, and this terrifying monster shows up and starts absorbing all the life from his island and is out to kill him. And I went in there wondering if I should write scripts, and like, that just sounds stupid. He's gonna talk smack to a pile of bones. I don't know. So it's a very visually book. It's a picture book. What do you want? What's that?
Oh, I just realized we left our copies at home.
That's fine. You don't need to bring it with you. It's not a reference thing.
If you'll all turn to page 4. It's okay.
Yeah, that's basically what we do. Our main character this time, I took the Superman character out and replaced him with a guy named Oren. Ace actually came up with the name, means little green one. I thought it was a very cute and charming name. And then Mike Curry the other day made some jokes, and I was like, "What are you talking about?" And you want to explain what the conversation? You just tell him.
Oh, it was just kind of funny. We were just talking about. I was just teasing his design. I was like, "Oh, it's kind of cute that you have the Dark Souls Green Ranger." And you're like, "Oh no, he's so much cooler. He likes to. He's like a turtle. He likes water and stuff." I'm like, "Oh yeah."
I didn't say that.
It was like verbatim. And then I went on to say, I started teasing about water superheroes. It's like, oh yeah, so it's kind of cool. When's
When's he gonna start talking to fish?
When are you gonna start talking to fish? When you gonna get a magical water hand? When is all that stuff gonna happen?
Like, why is he referencing Aquaman? Like, what are you talking? Like, I'm not Aquaman. My guy's not Aquaman. Like, he's not. Aquaman dresses like a goldfish, for God's sakes.
Sorry, I got confused. They just
His
kind of
name's
share
the
the
worst.
same thing.
Aquaman's the worst.